Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started.
And we are underway from Kansas City.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
And he goes diving forward to try to get an extra yard or two. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Here's Pacheco once again. And now off to the races, down the right side. He may go. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 70 yards. And the Chiefs need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback at 6'2" out of Auburn. It's Jarrett Stidham.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Stidham got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And Williams is going to pick up a Broncos first down as he'll be brought down at the 42-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Stidham looking to escape, but he'll go down. They got him.
He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Stidham from the shotgun. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him.
On fourth down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver.
Waiting on it will be Richie James. And take it right on the 30. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now.
There he goes, right side. He's to the 15. Touchdown. Rashee Rice, 65 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll make the score 14-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Pass complete to Judy on the out route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Here's Stidham.
A short one to the tight end, Troutman. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the pro book, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Now it's Stidham. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Here's James returning. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. He'll buy some time right. This is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 29 yards. And the Chiefs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 21-0. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From his end zone, Marvin Mims. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Stidham out quickly to Judy. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 3rd down. Here's Stidham to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Rolling to... And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to add on to their first half lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. On play action, it's Mahomes to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
When it's third and goal, you don't need to make a heroic play. You just need to make a play and able to knock that one away. That was really nice.
Yeah, I don't think going for the interception. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is.
Harrison Butker and a kickoff for Kansas City.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12. Stidham. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. James now to return. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Flushed out right, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, and it's third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now it's Stidham. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. On the return, it's James. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over first and 10. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Oh, the pressure too. It's down once more. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here first and 10. Stidham hit and he lost it. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Mahomes going to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in KC with a Chiefs. Well, time is of the essence. We breeze through halftime, and we are ready for the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Butker now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll throw on first down with Stidham. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line. On second down, Williams. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. To throw is Stidham. And And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Just more frustration here offensively, and you can see it in their play and now in their body language. You know they were hoping to put a drive together to begin this third quarter, but it's just not clicking right now, and it's going to be a quick call to the punt team.
James now to return it.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Mahomes throw complete there to Rice.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. That is caught by Rice for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Broncos, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Denver's offense ready to go again. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Leo Chanel getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Taking on the midfield logo. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Pass interference. Defense.
Well, they've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. And maybe this
and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Rashee Rice.
30 yards.
And the Chiefs extend their lead yet again. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Broncos, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Leo Chanel. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Again, it's Williams. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Let's do our thing. Let's do it.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this taken at the 49. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
The throw over the middle taken in.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now here's Mahomes. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Noah Gray.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Broncos, nothing. Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressured, and it's a loss of 6.
Third and long. It's Stidham. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away.
Here's James returning.
We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll dive forward here to make sure he gets something out of that one, but not much.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back.
3rd and 3.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mahomes.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body.
And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone that offense knows.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. 2nd down and a yard.
Now Stidham. It's Williams on the catch. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Here's Stidham. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Again, it's Pacheco.
And he'll dive forward here to make sure he gets something out of that one, but not much.
Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, you realize that both sides of the ball were so dominant in this game. And on offense, not only did they score it, but they did it through the air as well as on the ground. Everything was working.